Hello and welcome. So this lab is going to be about installing and configuring Microsoft Outlook 2016 for our New York office. So if you see here, I'm logged in as PLMJO, Parvez Ilmjo, and this Parvez Ilmjo is created on our New York Exchange server. So let's get started and install Outlook 2016. Once again, I'm going to type in the username and password for administrator so that I can do the installation. I accept the agreement, and this time I will click on customize. So in customize, what can you do is you can choose what to install and what not to install. So I'll just select in here and I'll say not available, not available, not available for this, and PowerPoint publisher. So this is going to give us some space, and also it is going to help us to install only the features that we are required to install. So I'll select next or install now. So this is now going to do the installation, and once we are done, then we will be doing the configuration for our New York Outlook. Alright, so the installation is done, and now we will just go ahead and click on Start Outlook 2016. Same thing, next, and it should auto connect. So this is CEO at gmail.com. Alright, so this is something different. So let's see what's happening in here. I think that this PMGeo is one of the mail contacts that we created, and it is detecting this mail contact. So let's troubleshoot this. This is a good way of troubleshooting, and I'm not going to ignore or skip this video because I want you to learn something. And I'm going to simply click on PLMJO. So this is PLMJO at Ilmjo Tech, and then contact information, organization, email address is good, mailbox features is good, member of IT, and this it is totally good. It is like it is having no issues. So let's see what the problem is. So if I go to contacts and I try to search in here, so you can see that it is again PLMJO, and this is a mail contact. So I think it is just conflicting with one of those. So I will just simply click on edit here, and then I will change this name to John, and display name to John, and username is CEO at this CEO at ilmjotech.local. I'm just changing the information in here just to make sure that if it is conflicting with our mailbox, it is not going to conflict again, and it is going to fix it. So click next. I'll cancel this, press yes, and then I'll go to Outlook again, press next, next. Alright, so this time the discovery part is not working. So let's see what's wrong with it. So what I will do in here is I will just cancel this, and I'll just log off, because sometimes the log off really works. So I'll log off, log back in, and then we will see if it is going to help us out to just remove that conflict with our Outlook. Oh, it just changed the name with John. So let's see how it's gonna do this again. Alright, so it is just like it is prioritizing this contact. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to delete this mail contact. This error is not returnable. Additional information. Okay. Yes. Okay, now it is not deleting it. So what I am going to do is I want to delete it because it is giving me a problem. And how do I do that is through Active Directory. So delete. Yes, it is now deleted. And I'll go back in here and then, okay, it is now deleted. Now it should not be giving us any conflict. So let's see. So I'll just cancel this and try to log off and log back in again. So this is one of the troubleshootings, like one of the things that you can just keep in your mind, like for future. Um, I always like to go in detail and make sure that uh, everyone is learning something and like not skipping everything. And I want you all to learn everything from the scratch. It is searching right now, and if this time it did not work, I'm going to restart this machine and then we will see how it works. Okay, it is not working with the auto discovery. And alright, so I'm going to restart it to make sure that it is going to take effect. It is going to make take effect all those changes that we did. So we just deleted one of those contacts that we had, which was like having the similar name with our mailbox, and it was conflicting. That's why it was just showing us the mail contact address rather than the local lmjotech.local address. Alright, so I'm just logging in. Alright, so I'm just trying to log in as PLMJoe and using my username and password, and I hope that this time it is not going to show us John as a display name. So now it is logging in as a new profile. So one thing that I really want to mention in here is that my username of like my username in my physical machine was plmjoe, and my username in here in elmjo.local was also plmjoe. So it was like two same usernames created in my active directory, one as a contact and one that was automatically created by my physical machine into my active directory, so without any password. So you can test that with your own lab. So once you create a lab, you will see that it will create your physical username in your virtual machine in your active directory without any username and password. So that's why it was giving me this issue, and it was not picking up that username from my domain, like the mail contact. It wasn't picking it up because there was no password on it, and it was just picking up the contact rather than the user mailbox. So I'll click on here and then you can see that it just detected it. So what I did is, I really want to show you, is I went in here and I found that this Paris Unjo PLMGO is having the same username in my physical machine and in here too. So this is your user account that is automatically created by your virtual lab or VMware workstation when you create it. So without any password. That's why it was giving me that error. So just wanted to let you know. So now I have it, which is good. I'll press yes on the certificate. So I hope you learned the concept, and if you did not, just leave me a comment or send me a message. I'll just explain this again to you, that what was the problem with this, and how did I fix it. I can explain that again. Again, I didn't want to skip the video because I just wanted you to see when you face a problem or situations like this, how can you resolve these kind of issues. Alright, so one of the other troubleshootings that I want to show you is that it just failed because it is telling me the connection to Microsoft Exchange is unavailable because I forgot to start the New York Exchange server, and when I was just doing the configuration, I knew that the server is off, and I didn't start it because I just wanted to show you that how how when you reach this step, logging on to Exchange server, where it contacts the Exchange server, and the database for PLMJO is in your New York Exchange server. That's why it tells us now that it fails to log in and it cannot find the Exchange server. That's why it cannot log in. So this is one of the other things that you need to know. Make sure that your Exchange server is always accessible, and if your Exchange server is down, do not expect the Exchange server in other side to let you log in, because your database is in here, your database is not in here, unless you configure DAG, database availability group, where you can configure the failover. Then it can work, like even if one of your Exchange servers is down, and then the other exchange can work. So what I'm gonna do now in here is I'm gonna try again, and this time our Exchange server is on and it should respond back. So let me try to ping it. I'll press yes. Ping NYC Joe EXC01. Alright, I can ping it. So this time it should work, and it worked. Yeah. So this is one of the troubleshootings that I wanted to show you again. Wanted to make sure that if you get an error like that, make sure your Exchange server is accessible. Informative for you, and I'll see you on next lecture. So in our next lab, what are we going to do is we will be sending and receiving emails. We will be testing our sending and receiving of emails. So I'll see you next lecture, and thank you so much for watching.